Welcome to the LDS Mental Health Podcast. This is a podcast for faithful women who want healing in their relationships, guidance from God, and internal peace. Each week, you'll hear mental health concepts taught through a spiritual lens from me, a licensed clinical mental health counselor, to help you start thinking in a higher and holier way. Welcome. On this episode, we will be discussing 7 signs your mental health could use a boost. You don't have to qualify for a mental health diagnosis to work on your mental health. I talked a little bit about this in last week's episode when addressing the secrets to strengthening your mental health. And I talked about strengthening your mental health for those inevitable, challenging times that are coming your way. But this week, I want to take a different angle on that and talk about signs you know your mental fuel tank could be running low and you may need to boost it. You might have different areas of your mental health that you haven't considered needing a boost. Then at the end of the episode, I'll talk about some solutions if you find yourself in need of a boost in one of those areas. So let's dive in. The first sign your mental health could use a boost is that you have a hard time being flexible. Now, this doesn't mean physically like stretching. I'm talking about mental flexibility. This might show up in the form of perfectionism for you. Are you having a hard time coping emotionally if things in your life aren't as you feel they should be? If something doesn't turn out in the way that you wanted or changes on you, do you feel triggered by that? When you struggle to be mentally flexible, this might be because you have underlying feelings of unworthiness, fear of failure, thoughts of inadequacy, or adverse experiences that have caused you to build up some mental rules about how your world should be in order for you to feel like you're enough, safe, or measure up to others. These mental rules can not only affect your own mental state, but your relationships with others. Learning to diffuse these mental rules and triggers can help boost your mental health and provide peace in situations that are out of your control. Okay, the second sign your mental health could use a boost is you're struggling to stay focused on tasks. I hear a lot of people like self-diagnosing themselves with ADHD because they can't focus. While some people might meet the criteria for that diagnosis, there can be other reasons you're unable to stay focused. It can be stress in general, lack of adequate sleep, dehydration, or an inability to calm your cluttered thoughts. When your mind is cluttered with thoughts, it can be difficult to stay focused, and then you find yourself wasting time. This can really cut into your ability to be productive the way you want to. Learning skills to calm your thoughts will help you stay focused and accomplish more in less time. The third sign your mental health could use a boost is having conflict in relationships. Now, some relationship conflicts are completely out of your control and are due to the other person using their agency unrighteously. But even in those situations, they take a toll on your mental health. Any difficulty in a relationship you're in, whether that's a family member, coworker, or friend, will tax your mental health. When you face these situations, it's a good idea to do something to boost your mental health. This might be using skills to calm your thoughts or diffusing the mental triggers that get set off when you think of this relationship. Now, the fourth sign your mental health could use a boost is similar to the last, but a little different. It's having excessive stress or worry over loved ones. You can have stress or worry with someone and not have conflict, but if you can find yourself losing sleep, not functioning like you once did, or not caring for yourself because of the stress and worry, it might be time to boost your skills around this area. Learning to access the Savior's enabling power in these moments to know what He would have you do for this person is an invaluable skill. Sometimes your thoughts and worries about the situation distance you from Him and keep you from reaching out for His help. Also, the clutter of the thoughts that the stress creates could cause you not to be able to understand or feel the revelation He's providing. Learning to calm your thoughts around the situation will create a clear line of revelation to the Lord. Okay, the fifth sign your mental health could use a boost is you're having judgmental thoughts or fearing judgment from others. These types of thoughts can create consuming emotions. These emotions can cause your inner critic to wake up and really take a toll on your mental health. I often see women who get consumed by thoughts of others or fearing the thoughts of others are having about them stop taking care of their own selves. I see this in the form of giving up on things you love to do or not seeking out opportunities to spend quality time doing what you enjoy. Learning to heal and manage your emotions by interrupting your inner critic allows you to cope with life's challenges and spend more quality time doing what you love. You can leave behind the thoughts of judgment and just enjoy your life again. You can seek out those opportunities that bring you true joy and enjoy them in the moment. If you resonated with any of this sign, be sure to learn to interrupt your inner critic. Which leads me to something similar again. The sixth sign your mental health could use a boost is that you find yourself not doing things you love. Now, this might not be because of the thoughts of judgment for others or from others. It might be because you're too exhausted. You aren't finding enjoyment in things you once found enjoyment in, or you might mean you aren't prioritizing the time for those things you love. If you find yourself in this category and are thinking back to a time when you used to really enjoy something and just don't do it anymore, what's the reason? Is it that you don't enjoy that thing and you need to seek out something that you do enjoy now? Do you need to decrease stress in your life so that you have time to do what you love? Do you need to diffuse some triggers that keep you from doing what you love? Do you need to work on your inner critic so that you feel comfortable doing something you love? Whatever the case may be, it would bring a high rate of return on your investment if you worked on that skill. Okay, now for the final sign that your mental health could use a boost, which is having difficulty discerning the spirit. Are you feeling confused about decisions, direction, or purpose of your life? Do you feel distant from God or feel like your prayers are not getting answered? Do you feel alone and like you don't receive answers from God? These can all be signs that you're having difficulty discerning the spirit. One way to work on this can be to build mental fortifications. Think about it. If the natural man is our enemy, then what would it be like to go behind enemy lines and see what the tactics your enemy is going to use against you? Then build up those fortifications for each of those tactics. Then when the enemy comes to attack, they really aren't that powerful because you've built up fortifications to each of their tactics. When you have these fortifications built, then you can have discernment for personal revelation, hope in the unchangeable of life, and joy in the circumstance and in any circumstance and peace. I work with so many women who simply try to do more and more to build a life that never gets attacked in the first place. This is a losing battle because the natural man is going to attack no matter what. It's part of the plan. So why not get behind enemy lines and be prepared for those inevitable attacks? When you build fortifications for the inevitable attacks, then you can have those consistent spiritual habits that provide you the ability to discern the spirit. All right, there you have it. The 7 signs your mental health could use a boost. If you resonated with any of these signs and want help learning to boost your mental health, then you might be interested in my program that opened up this week. It's called the LDS Mental Health Skills Membership. The LDS Mental Health Skills Membership is where you can affordably access 4 mental health programs taught through a spiritual lens. Built by me, a licensed therapist with 16 years of experience. The membership is for faithful women who feel inadequate, exhausted, scattered, and struggling in your relationships. If you can invest 1 hour a week to learn mental health skills through a spiritual lens, you will gain back hours in productivity, improved relationships, consistent spiritual habits, and emotional healing, and strengthen your mental health for future challenges. You will learn all the skills we talked about today in the episode. You'll be able to calm your thoughts, stop wasting time and getting distracted, and accomplish more in less time to be productive. You'll be able to diffuse your triggering thoughts, become a vessel for the Savior to help your struggling loved ones, and improve your relationships. You'll also learn to interrupt your inner critic to heal and manage emotions, to cope with life's challenges, and spend more quality time doing what you love. And finally, you'll learn to build those mental fortifications to have consistent spiritual habits that help you discern personal revelation and feel peace in your unchangeable situation. I'm opening my program one last time for 2024 this week only. We're starting July 1st with a 30 Days to Stronger Mental Health Challenge that walks through 30 days of revelation meditations. There's a price point for everyone to enter this membership and get what you need for your mental health. I would love to see you join us if there's something you could benefit from. I have linked the program with the registration details in my show notes, so be sure to check them out and see if this program is a good fit for you. All right, I hope to see you in the program. Thank you for listening to the LDS Mental Health Podcast. I hope you were able to find ways of healing, guidance, and peace. If you liked this episode, please share it with a friend who would love to start thinking in a higher and holier way as well. Or hit that follow button so you don't miss out on any episodes. Also, check out the links in my show notes for other episodes you might like and links for other mental health resources on my website.